Well, hello everyone. Today's topic is on EC2 lab. So we need to get our hands on dirty, and we need to create a an EC2 instance, and let's see what all things we can play with it. So let's go ahead and log into the EC2 to our Amazon AWS console to launch an instance. So here we are in our Amazon AWS Management Console, and let's go ahead and go to EC2 is under compute. So let's go here. Here you can see we have two key pairs since I created some instances and I terminated it. So first of all, let's delete this instance. Let's delete this key pair. Delete the security groups. You can see when it is being created. See, this one I created on 27th. The video is been recorded on 27th May 2019. So these two I have created today. So I will delete in these. I can delete these also, but I don't remember when it was why it was being created. So I'll just leave those. So this is deleted. So right now you can see I have two security groups, one key pair. This one also I am not sure for what why it was been means I believe I can delete it also. Let's delete it. So we are clean right now. We have two security groups and there are no running instances. If you go here in the running instances, you can see I created two instances which I terminated also, just to check. And these are the regions available where you can create the EC2 instance. I'm not sure if you will get all the instance types available, all the instance types available in this Mumbai region or not. If you remember 5 Dr. MacPix I gave you the example of. So let's go ahead and create a instance. You might get everything in US West, Northern Virginia and all. There you can get. I'm not sure whether you will be getting everything in here or not. So let's go ahead and launch an instance. Here you can see you will be getting every flavor which Amazon supports: Red Hat Linux, SU, SE Linux, Ubuntu server, Microsoft Windows server. So everything is there. If you are running for a free tier only, so you can click in here and you will get just the free tiers only. I'll just unclick in here and I will see this one is free tier eligible Linux. I will go ahead with this. Here you can see the T2 micro. This is one of the this is one of the instance types of Dr. Mac 5 Dr. MacPix. You can see T2, T3 is there, M is there, C, R, D, I is there. We will go ahead with this one since this is the free tier available, eligible. Let's go ahead. You can see how many instances we want. We can go ahead with this one. If you are requesting for spot instances, you need to click in here and it shows each available zone was the current price. Right now it's running. So for South 1A, 1B, 1C, everyone's cost is this much, and you can bid your own cost out here in the maximum price in which you need to buy, and request valid from, you can specify the start date from for your request and the end date of your request. This is about spot instances. This is the default VPC. It will be it's taken about VPC I will cover in next videos. Here you can see the subnet. Remember that one subnet is only for one availability zone. So this is for South 1C, this subnet is for South 1A, and this one for South 1B. And capacity reservation is open. IAM role, I am leaving it as default. Shutdown behavior, you can keep it as means once you shut down, whether it should stop or it should terminate. This thing we can give in here. We can enable protect against accidental terminations. If someone accidentally terminates it, it won't be terminated until and unless this checkbox has been disabled. Monitoring, you can see if the default monitoring is 5 minutes period, it's free. And if you want detailed monitoring, then that data will be available in 1 minute period of time. If you want to click it, then you can. And here it is tenancy, this is for dedicated host. Since we are it's just for a demo class, so we are running with shared. Let's go ahead with advanced details. Here you can give the bootstrap script that will be covered in next videos. Let's go ahead and add storage. We have one root. You can add new volume by clicking in here, and you can add it. And so the EBS root volumes of your default AMIs cannot be encrypted. You can see this is not encrypted. You can also use a third-party tool such as BitLocker, etc. to encrypt the root volumes, or this can be done by when creating AMIs in the AWS console or using the API. So let's go ahead. You can see here free tier eligible customers can get up to 30 GB of EBS general purpose or managed storage available. So from here you can give it. From here you provision IOPS called throughput, you can mention it in here, and whether it should be this one should be EBS. The size you can mention in here, the which partition it should go, delete on termination or not. The by default it's been clicked. So by default, if you can one question may arise in your exams: what happens if you delete an EC2 instance, or what happens to the EBS volumes attached to it when you delete an EC2 instance? By default, EBS volume will be deleted, as delete on termination is enabled by default. And if it's not, if it's been clicked unticked, so it won't. See, if you click on here information link, you can see EBS volumes persist independently from the running life of an EC2 instance. However, you can choose to automatically delete an EBS volume when the associated instance is terminated. So let's go ahead and add tags. Let's give the name as department HR. Add another tag, employee ID. Department let's give as infra DBA. 3 shares, this is the employee ID. Source YouTube. Remarks subscribe. And let's configure the security group. So we can go ahead with the existing security group, or we can create another one. So I will go ahead and create one security group and give my name as my EC2 SG, and we'll just copy paste this in the description too, SG, and I will give the name as 27, since today is Today's date is 27/5/2019. So by default it will be accepting this SSH. Let's go ahead and give this one as HTTP. HTTP, where is it? Yeah. And you can see if we give this type as HTTP, by default it is taken as 80, and the by default from everywhere it will be connecting to our EC2 instance. We can just we can also customize it so that all from the over the internet no one can connect. We can give the IP address over here and we can set the rule. Likewise, let's give this one as HTTPS 443, this one. So this is done. So right now we need to review and launch. See, while reviewing this, improve your instances security, your security group is open to the world, so this will be given. So you, since this is just an introductory section, how to create your AWS instance and how to create your EC2 instance, and I will be deleting this instance once once we are done with it. So there's no need of changing the security group. So this warning is just for, since it is open to the world, that's why it is given. See, you can see in here HTTP, this is a security group. If you go ahead with here the instance details, you can see the VPC, subnet, EBS monitoring, no monitoring, terminating procession yes, shutdown behavior stop. So everything you can see in here. Storage also you can see what all storage have been configured. The tags you can see, department, infra DBA, remarks, subscribe, everything is given. So while launching you will be asked for a key pair. So what is a key pair? This key pair consists of a public key that AWS stores and a private key that you store. Together they allow you to connect, if just read this, together they allow you to connect your instance securely. For Windows AMIs, the private key file is required to obtain the password used to log into your instance. For Linux AMIs, the private key file allows you to securely SSH into your instance. So I will just create a new key pair, give the name as EC2, and just download my key pair. EC2 already exists, so I believe I forgot to delete it. So EC2 is created. Let's just copy it from here and paste it in here. Now just launch the instance. Okay, so my instance is launching. View launch log, you can give view launch log, successful launch initial complete. So if you click in here, so the instance has been launched, and this is the status checks is currently performing, and from here you can get the instance ID, the instance status running, the instance type you can get t2.micro, the security group, you can check the view inbound rules or outbound rules from here, the outbound rules, scheduled events if any, platform, key pair name, my owner ID, launch time, termination protection is true, This is a public DNS IP. This is the public IP, VPC, everything is there. So if you just click in here, and what does it show? It won't show anything since I don't have anything in here right now configured. So first thing what you need to do is, from net type Putty, go to Chiark, download it here. From here download putty.exe, 64-bit or 32-bit, which whenever you prefer, and putty.gen.exe. So I have already downloaded those, and what next you need to do, you need to open the putty.gen.exe, run. You need to load it first, all files, EC2 1.pem, successfully imported. To use this with Putty, you need to save it, you need to use the save private key command in the Putty's own format. So save private key, you can give the password in here if you want. So since most of the users can do it, but since this is just a introductory section and I will just remove it, so I'll just go ahead without a password. Let's give the name as the same name, and click on save. So we have this .ppk file available with us right now. So let's go ahead and copy this public IP over here, EC2-user@ this one. You can copy this and paste it in here also to save it. These are my databases. Next thing what you need to do is go to SSH, connection SSH, auth, click in here, browse, take this file, so it's given, and save it. So we are done. Now let's open it. The server host key is not cached, so it will be coming in the first time once you launch. So it's using username as EC2 user. So right now I am in my EC2 instance. So next thing what we need to do in here is that, as it says, 2 packages needed for security out of 2 available, run sudo yum update to apply all. So first thing, let's sudo su. So I am as a root user right now, and let's yum update hyphen yes. So this is complete. Once it is complete, let's go ahead and install my Apache in here. Yum clear, yum install httpd hyphen yes. Sorry. So this is installing, and this is also complete. As you can see in here, this is also complete. So let's go to cd var www/html. Let's create an index file in here, vi index.html. or nano, whatever you can give, and let's just create one HTML code. Hello infra DBS, please subscribe, like and share my channel if interested. So this is my thing. I need to close my HTML right now. I need to close it. How do I close it? Like this. HTML. So this is my small, but is my Apache running right now? I just installed it. HTTP stopped, so I need to start it. Let's see now. This one is running. So right now if I click on this link, see, it shows hello infra DBS, please subscribe, like and share my channel if you find it interesting. And the same thing with the DNS IP also, it should be given. So I believe you right now you know how to create an EC2 instance, how to use it with your Putty, and next thing is how to terminate it. See, from here you can see the status checks. This one is needed for SysOps exam, system checks, instance status checks, and you can just go ahead with the information. This check verifies that your instance is reachable. We test that we are able to get network packets to your instance. If the check fails, there may be an issue with the infrastructure hosting or your instance. You may need to restart or replace the instance, wait for our systems to resolve the issue, or seek technical support. Instance checkers status checks also you need to check. This check verifies that your instance operating system is accepting traffic. If this check fails, you may need to reboot your instance or make modifications to your operating system configuration. This is basic monitoring which is enabled, and as I said, basic monitoring is for it gathers the details every 5 minutes, and if you want to enable detail monitoring, it will be gathering details every 1 minute, but that will be that is means additional charges will be applied for those. Here you can see the CPU utilization, disk rates, disk writes, network, everything you can see in here. Every 5 minutes it will be showing. And since my instance has launched some time back only, so means my graph is not much clear in here. So the next thing is tags. These are the tags which I gave. So let's right now delete my instance. Will I be able to delete it? Let's see. No. These instances have termination protection and will not be terminated. I use the change termination protection from the instances screens actions menu to delete it, and see this one is grayed out. So how do I delete it? First of all, I need to change my termination protection. So from actions, instance settings, change termination protection. Yes, disable it. The current setting is enabled. Let's see what happens to my EC2 instance when my Putty window. So let's delete it. Terminate. Yes. So this is gone. And my EC2 instance will be terminated soon. So it took some time to terminate. I just paused the video until it got terminated. So right now it's terminated. So let's go to the EC2 dashboard. See, you can see we have just one key pair, 3 security groups and no running instances. If you click on the running instances, you can see previously it was 2, right now is 3 EC2 servers been terminated. So that's it for this lecture, guys, and hope you guys are really enjoying my videos. Please do like, subscribe and share, so that I too get motivated and I provide many more videos of it. Thank you.